Marino-Williams, and this is my performance-based project for Models of Teaching, EDU 513. For this lesson, I used the Gradual Release of Responsibility model, which was created by Douglas Fisher and Nancy Fry. I used the Gradual Release of Responsibility model to teach a lesson on greater than, less than, or equal to a class of second graders. I begin this lesson with direct instruction, guided practice, then cooperative learning, and finally independent practice. My goal in using this process is to get my students to complete a task successfully and independently. Throughout this project, I used 5 teaching strategies. The first teaching strategy is setting objectives and providing feedback. By setting objectives, students will have a clear understanding of what they are learning, which will help build their motivation. By providing feedback, students have higher levels of performance and learn about the necessary changes they need to make if mistakes are made. The second strategy I will be using is providing recognition. Through recognition, students will engage and participate at higher levels. The third teaching strategy is cooperative learning. When students work together, it increases motivation because students feel responsible for group work. It is also another way for students to interact and communicate. The fourth teaching strategy I included in this lesson are non-linguistic representations. It is non-linguistic representations, such as graphic organizers, that students elaborate on their existing knowledge. The final teaching strategy I used was homework and practice. It is through homework and practice that students review the content they learned. This also allows teachers to check for student understanding. Good morning, class. Today's lesson will be about comparing numbers using the greater than, less than, and equal to symbols. Has anyone ever seen the alligator symbol or used the greater than, less than, or equal to symbol? Each of you used the equal sign when we learned about adding and subtracting. Today, we are going to learn more about the equal sign, but we will also be learning about the greater than and less than symbols for the first time. Are you ready? Let's begin. All right, class, we're going to start off by going over our objectives. Today, we will be learning about the math symbols, greater than, less than, and equal to. By the end of this lesson, we will all be able to identify the math symbols, and we will all also be able to compare 2-digit numbers by using the math symbols we learned about. During today's lesson, I will observe my students while they are working on their activities to see if they understand the concept of symbols greater than, less than, or equal to. I will assess their understanding through their participation in class, during independent practice, and group work. Throughout this lesson, we are going to discuss the math symbols and how they are used. You will be provided with alligator symbols that you should color in while we listen to a song that will help us learn more about our math symbols. Then I will teach you about the symbols, what they mean, and how we use them. Then I will put some questions on the board. We will do a total class response, and you will give me a thumbs up if you think the answer is correct, or a thumbs down if you think it's incorrect. Show the symbol that you believe corrects the answer. Next, you will work in groups of 4 to create your own greater than, less than, and equal to equations. Once that is completed, we will go back to our seats and you will share your project with the class. Finally, you will work independently on a worksheet to hand in so that Mrs. Williams is able to see if you clearly understand what we talked about today. If you have any questions during class, please make sure to raise your hand. Always remember that the alligator always wants to eat the bigger number. Wherever the bigger number is placed, that very hungry alligator is going to chomp, chomp, chomp. Notice how the alligators are eating the number 18? Why do you think that is? Great job! The number 18 is greater than 12. Another thing that always helps me remember the symbols is when the alligator's mouth makes a capital L shape, it means less than. Look at 12 is less than 18. Not only is the alligator eating the bigger number, but if he were to open his mouth wider, he would make a capital L for less. The equal sign shows us the numbers are the same. At this point, we can say that the alligator is full. He doesn't even look like an alligator anymore. Okay, we're going to start working on an activity, but before we do, I want to remind you that our list of materials will be listed on the board. Okay, I will let you know when to get the proper materials for each activity. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to cut out and color in your alligators and equal signs while you listen to the number-eating alligator song. For this activity, you will need scissors, crayons, markers, or colored pencils. On the sheet of paper that you are cutting the alligators out from, the song lyrics are provided. Please tape this in your math folder. Let's add tape to our material list on the board. This song that you'll be listening to will help you remember the alligator eats the bigger number. Are there any questions before we start the activity? All right, well, enjoy the song.
There once was a number-eating alligator. He didn't like pizza or mashed potatoes. A hungry number-eater, and nothing was sweeter than to chomp those numbers down. At eating time, the gator was always thinking greater when two numbers came around. He'd compare the two, then decide to choose the greatest one right down. Mr. Alligator, open wide and chomp, chomp, chomp. Mr. Alligator, open wide and chomp, chomp, chomp. The greatest number down.
I love that song. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I see that you all colored in your alligators and your equal signs. They look wonderful. Now that we've done that, Mrs. Williams wants to show you a few problems. Then we'll complete a few together. I'm going to put the less than symbol in for number 1 that's on the board. 10 is less than 11 because the alligator wants to eat 11. He also makes the L shape, allowing us to read the problem 10 is less than 11. For number 2, 23 is greater than 19. We know what symbol to use because the alligator wants to eat the bigger number, which is 23. So the mouth will be opening up near the number 23. For the third problem I have on the board, 17 is equal to 17. The alligator is full. Both numbers are the same, so the alligator won't eat them. Now let's try some together. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after I read the problem, I would like you to hold the correct symbol up until I say put it down, okay? Any questions? Great. Number 1, 17 is greater than, less than, or equal to 23. Put your symbols up in the air. Boys and girls, you are awesome. I need a volunteer to come place their symbol in between and explain how they knew which symbol was the correct symbol. Ella, come show us what symbol. Excellent. Less than. How did you know that it was less than 23? That's right, because the alligator wanted to eat the bigger number. Great job. Okay, let's do number 2. 56 is greater than, less than, or equal to 30. Let me see those symbols. Woohoo! You are on a roll. Okay, Joey, come share your answer with us. Excellent. Greater than. Why? Terrific. The alligator wants to eat the bigger number, which is 56. Boys and girls, you are too smart for this. Let's do the last one, and then we'll move on to our group work. 11 is greater than, less than, or equal to 11. Where are your symbols? Great job. Nick, talk us through this one. Nick, why did you put the equal sign in there? Great, I was trying to trick you. 11 and 11 are equal, you're right, and the alligator's full. Awesome work, boys and girls. Does anyone have any questions? No? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move on to group work. Yeah, thumbs up, cool. We are now going to work in groups. I have a few activities I would like you to work on, but the first is a small activity that will prepare us for our main project. I'm going to break you into groups of 4. Each group will be provided with a spinner, and each group member will take a turn to spin. You need to create 2 two-digit numbers for your problems. For example, I spun a 3 and will put it in the ones place. Sienna, can you spin for me, sweetie? Good. Sienna spun a 2 and will put it in the tens place. So, I spun a 3 and Sienna spun a 2. We just created the number 32. Isabel, can you spin for me? All right, Isabella spun an 8. And Kyra, why don't you spin for us, sweetie? Good. Kyra spun a 6. They created the second number, which is 86. Okay, this makes sure or allows everyone in your group to have a turn spinning. Our problem will be 32 is greater than, less than, or equal to 86. Make sure you write these numbers down on a piece of paper and as a group discuss what symbol belongs. Please write your names and group number on the piece of paper and place it in the group work bin when it's completed. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? No? All right, I will hand out the spinners. You guys get your paper out and we will start. Okay, boys and girls, time's up. I need papers to go in the group work bin. Please make sure your names and group number are on the paper. Get back in your group so we can discuss the next activity. The next activity is our main project for this lesson. Each group member will have a job. There will be a material person, an alligator person, the recorder, and the cleaner. The material person, please make sure you get 1 pencil per group member, 1 eraser per group member, a poster board, okay, for the whole group, glue for the whole group, magazine, and scissors for the whole group, okay? There's also a little description near the materials for what you need to get. The recorder is the person who will be in charge of writing the numbers, okay, and what each picture or drawing is underneath. Okay, so if you're going to draw a picture of a dinosaur, underneath of it, just write dinosaur so that we all know, because we might all draw dinosaurs differently, right? The alligator person, this person will hold the alligator in between the drawings or the pictures to see what symbol should be drawn. This person will also write or draw each symbol at the top of the poster board. Okay, so you're going to, at the top of the poster board, make kind of like a little key so that you know. You're going to have greater than, less than, equal. The cleaner, this person will gather the materials once we are completed with the project and put them back. Does anyone have any questions about the jobs? You're all okay? Give me a thumbs up. All right, perfect. If you have any questions in the meantime, you know, if they come up, you can always come ask me. All right, each group member should draw or find representations of the items in a magazine and glue them to the poster. Okay? Each group needs to have at least 4 problems, 1 per group member, on their poster. And once the project is completed, we will head back to our seats to share with the class. Okay? So, let's quick review. You're each going to have a job. You're either the material person, the recorder, the alligator, or the cleaner. Okay? On your poster, you're going to put at the top a key. Okay? The key's going to have the greater than, less than, and equal sign symbols, and you're going to write next to them which one is which. Okay? Then you're going to either cut out pictures from a magazine or find things in the classroom, count them, and put a number there. Okay, draw a picture to represent the number. So if you're looking at the bookshelf and you count 7 books, you're going to draw 7 books there. Okay, and then in the magazine, if you see a picture of 3 dogs, you're going to put 3 dogs there, right? And in between, you're going to put a line. and then you're going to say what symbol goes in there, greater than, less than, or equal to. All right, any questions? Comments? All right. All right, guys, good. Start working. Okay, boys and girls, it's now time to present your projects to the class. I need everyone back to their seats so we can listen to our presenters. As you present, I want each group member to explain one problem that is listed on the poster. Group 1, why don't you go first? All right, boys and girls, let's give ourselves a round of applause. You all did a wonderful job presenting. I love the pictures and the organization that you all used. I will be sure to hang these so that our peers and teachers in the other classes can see what an awesome job you did. All right, now that we're back in our seats, everything's cleaned up. I need you all to take out a pencil and independently complete the worksheet that is on your desk. Please make sure you put your name on it and place it in the independent work bin once you are completed. If you finish early, make a list of your own greater than, less than, and equal to equations and place it in the center bin for your classmates to complete later. All right, boys and girls, it looks like we're all done. Okay, we're going to go over what we learned today quickly. So we're going to restate our objectives. Today we learned how to identify the greater than, less than, equal to symbols. Give me a thumbs up if you had fun. Yay, I see lots of thumbs up. Great job, boys and girls. We compared 2-digit numbers using the symbols that we learned about. You all did a fantastic job. So for homework, I want you to collect information from your family members and friends about themselves. For example, what is their age? What is their favorite number? What is their street number? You all have to compare and determine if those numbers are greater than, less than, or equal to your answers to the same questions. For example, if I was doing this, my street number or my house number is 112, and I compared it to my friend's house number, her house number is 1402. Which is greater, 112 or 1402? Oh, I think the alligator wants to eat my friend's house. 1402 is greater, okay? So you're going to compare. Does anyone have questions about the homework? You good? All right, good job, boys and girls. I'm also going to provide you with 2 extra resources to help you remember your greater than, less than, and equal to symbols. Please make sure you place them in your math folders so you can reference them when you are working on this topic again. I will also hang them in the room. And I have 2 extra copies for you to take home and hang in your work areas at home as well. By using the gradual release of responsibility model throughout this lesson, students were able to see examples set by the teacher, apply their new knowledge with teacher assistance, work cooperatively with their peers, and independently apply their knowledge to equations that were provided in a worksheet. By using this model and teaching strategies, students had a high level of motivation to participate and better understanding of the content. Images, worksheets, and additional resources included were provided by the listed sites. Thank you for taking the time to watch my presentation. I hope you enjoyed viewing it as much as I enjoyed creating it.